Welcome to video 2 or module 2 of this free credit control training course. This is the Bookkeeping Master on YouTube. In this video we're going to look at credit applications, so application forms that potential credit customers will fill out. And we're going to look at starting a credit control spreadsheet. So this is a credit application form that I have on Microsoft Word. I downloaded this from Microsoft for free. It didn't cost me a penny, and I can put the link to this form in the description below. This is a great example of a credit application, and there's no reason why you can't use this application form. Now, it's quite tempting for businesses to not have potential credit customers fill out an application form and just to grant them credit. But as this video goes on and as you watch future videos, you'll soon realize that this is the first pitfall that creates unnecessary bad debt. So why would we have a potential client or customer fill out an application form? There's three main reasons. Firstly, you will need to do a background or credit check on the applicant, and the information they will provide on this form will enable you to provide a background check. The second reason we need potential credit customers to fill out an application form is to do with the signatures at the bottom of the form. Credit applications normally require two signatures, one from the applicant and an approved signature from the business you work for or your business. So the second reason is to do with credit control procedures or good, strong credit control procedures, and that is having a credit application approved by someone in authority, so a financial director, credit control manager, perhaps the managing director. If you're a sole trader, obviously it'll be approved by yourself. And the third reason why we would have potential credit customers fill out an application form is for their signature, because they are signing and agreeing with your terms and conditions. Now, obviously, if there are any troubles with this client at a future date, such as debts that they're not paying or they're not fulfilling your terms and conditions, you have a signed agreement from them that they said they would agree to your terms and conditions. If you were to go to court over a bad debt, this is strong evidence you can take to court that your credit customer agreed to certain terms and conditions, such as all invoices are to be paid within 30 days, etc. So once this is signed and approved, this credit application will need to be filed away and kept in case it's needed for a future time. So let's go through the form. At the top here, the applicant would fill in their business and credit information. They would then provide 3 business or trade references. Generally 2 is sufficient. This form has 3. Obviously you can edit this form as you wish. We then have the agreements of the credit account, such as terms of payment, and then we have our signatures at the bottom. So once this application is completed and approved, we would then enter this information into the credit control accounting software that we have. If we're not using credit control or accounting software, then we can use Excel, and that's what I'll be demonstrating in these videos, is how to create a credit control spreadsheet along with teaching and training on credit control. So I have a tab for each credit customer down the bottom here: ABC Limited, Lily Limited and Z Products. The spreadsheet looks quite bare at the moment, but trust me, by the end of this course we will have a very simple but effective credit control spreadsheet. So firstly, what we're doing is entering business information. So we've received an application from a potential credit customer. We'll put in their business name, their address, phone and fax number, and email. And then we would complete the credit check procedure. Now, this credit check procedure has 4 boxes: business/trade references, credit reference, signed and approved. And it's a procedure to ensure that we're taking all the steps necessary before letting a customer have a credit account with us. So next to business/trade references, I've put all 3 references checked and then the date. So once the references are checked, we would fill in that box, put in the date. And if you wanted to make this more detailed, you could add some notes to what the references said. Next to credit reference, I have affirmative or positive and then the date. So once we've completed our trade references, we could do a credit check. Now, how to do a credit check and what sites to use, I'm not going to give information on this because these videos are viewed internationally and it's going to be different in each country. But getting a credit check on a certain company or business is relatively easy, and it does incur a small fee. Next to signed, this is a step to ensure that the applicant has signed and agreed to your terms and conditions, and in here I've just put business owner, so signed by the business owner and the date. And then approved, I have managing director, so our managing director from our business approved the opening of the credit account. Now, all these steps are to be done in order. Obviously, we wouldn't approve an account before we've done a credit reference. And this credit check procedure would be part of our credit control procedure. So our first step in our credit control procedure could be that every potential credit customer has to fill in this credit application. Our second step could be that we then fulfill the credit check procedure, which is checking trade references, getting a credit reference, and ensuring the applicant has signed their application and the account is approved. Our third step in our credit control procedure could then be that this credit application is filed and kept for future reference.